Have you ever prayed for a long time about something, trusting that God will give you what you're asking for, because He's promised to do so? And after having faith and waiting, you never received anything? Then you probably concluded that God is incapable of doing that? You are not alone. There are times when God hears our prayers, but is silent about the answer. This is because He has a plan bigger than what you're thinking. In this video, we'll see why God is silent to your prayers. Please watch till the end, and be blessed.
I must collect my money from Donald today, and nothing will stop me. He'd better be around.
I peeked through the window to see who is knocking, and I saw that it's Steve. He's here again to ask for his money. I want you to go out and tell him that I'm not around.
Again? How long will you continue to avoid him? Why don't you pay your debt and be free once and for all?
This is not the right time for this. Just go and send him away.
Steve. You're here again. How may I help you?
I didn't come for trouble this time. Just go in and inform your husband that I'm here. I came to take the money he's been owing me.
I'm sorry. My husband is not at home.
What? Didn't I hear him talking just before you stepped out?
That must be the television. He traveled for something really important.
Are you sure? This debt is long overdue, and the amount is not exorbitant, but it'll take 2 months for me to earn that. I really need that money, and I'll appreciate if he pays back. I'll come back some other day, and I hope that he'll finally pay me the next time I'm here. Please, tell him to have it ready before next week.
All right. I'll do so.
Is he gone?
Yes. He'll come back some other time. Donald. Do you realize that you made me to lie? And you know how much I hate lies.
If you hated it enough, you wouldn't have agreed to tell it.
That's true. I blame myself for intentionally committing the sin of telling lies. I'll never do it again. So you better get ready to pay him next time. But, if I may ask, how much is this that you owe? Your business isn't doing badly, and you have some money in the bank. So how much is it?
It's $500.
What? Just $500? Why are you doing this to the young man? I can't believe that you've been making him come here for the past 5 months because of ordinary $500 that you can realize as profit in a day or two. You have over $100K in your bank. So why are you doing this to Steve?
I'm not yet ready to pay him. When I feel ready, I'll pay.
Uncle, I didn't know you came around.
Yes. I've been waiting for you for over 30 minutes.
I'm sorry. I went to meet the man I told you about that has been owing me.
Steve, your stories are beginning to look like an excuse. The owner of the house has been on my neck, and is insisting that I throw you out if you're unable to pay before the end of the month.
Please, Uncle, help me plead with him. I need a little more time to come up with the rent. You know that my earnings are fixed, but if only I can get Mr. Donald to pay me, I'll settle the rent.
I wish I could help you again, but not this time. I'll plead with the owner to give you a little more time, but you must ensure you have it ready before my next visit.
All right, thank you. Lord, why are you letting me go through this difficult situation? Why are you silent about this? It's embarrassing that I cannot afford to pay my own rent, or help my family in need. Maybe someone is after my life. I think I should go for deliverance prayers. Pastor, please pray for me. I think that someone has been working against me, by going to evil altars, and it is working against my finances. I moved here 4 years ago, and have been working since then, but there's nothing to show for it. For those past 4 years, my uncle has been the one paying my rent, because I am unable to do so. Now that the rent is due for renewal, I can't afford it. And I always seem to encounter problems with my finances. I've prayed, and cried to God to deliver me from the attack of my enemies, but He's silent. I cannot deliver myself, so I am here for you to pray me out.
Steve, no matter what you experience, it is wrong to think or say such. Not every negative experience is an attack. God always hears your prayers, but sometimes, He keeps silent to your petition, because he's working to achieve something in your life. Your duty is to yield yourself to his discipline. With time, you'll realize what he has been doing in you.
What can God possibly achieve through my financial difficulties? There's nothing to achieve here. What I'm going through was inflicted upon me by my enemies, and I need to be delivered from it.
Steve, let God achieve his will through your life. And when you look back, you'll be grateful for doing so.
If you do not want to pray for me, then it's fine. I'll go away with my problems.
I'll pray with you. But I want you to understand that the source of your problem is not what you're thinking.
I wonder why it's so difficult for Donald to pay me back. Why are people like this? If I knew that he'd behave this way, I wouldn't have helped him that day. But he looked so helpless, which was why I decided to give him my life savings, thinking that he'll pay back as promised. Steve, why are you grumbling? You almost passed me by without recognizing me. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I've been having the worst week of my life. Money problems, I guess? Yes, me too. I want to confide in you and seek advice on what to do. A friend of mine wants to do an illegal business and is asking me to invest in the business because it promises to yield huge profit. What do you think I should do? The question is it certain to yield profit? If the answer is yes, then go ahead. Why hesitate? The profit is certain. The last time he did the business, he had returns of 6 figures, which is a lot. When I heard about it, I told him to inform me the next time the opportunity presented again, so that I'll also invest. Now that I have the chance, I'm having second thoughts about it, considering that it's illegal. When it comes to anything that will make me money, I do not care about conscience. What's most important is that you will make money. Considering my current situation, I am willing to do anything to come out of this embarrassment. I don't know about you, but if you're ready to leave poverty behind, then take the chance. So, it's okay to go ahead? You don't think that it matters to God? At this point, I'm only interested in making money. The end justifies the means. So, I'll advise you to take the chance. If I had any savings, I would have given you my own share for the investment. But it's unfortunate that I can't afford anything right now. All right. Thank you. Mrs. You again? Is Donald not at home again today? Honestly, I'm not happy with him. When I was lending him this money 7 months ago, I told him that it's my rent, and he promised to pay me back in a week. This is the 7th month since that incident, and he hasn't paid back.
He's not here, but I'll pay you. I'm sorry that you've been coming here all the while for your money. If I knew that the amount involved was so little, I would have paid you myself.
Finally, some good news. When your husband returns, tell him that I'll never get involved with him in anything that has to do with money ever again.
Didn't you hear? My husband passed 3 days ago.
What? I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
Since his demise, I've been so angry at him. I'm angry that he had so much more than I thought in the bank, yet he was owing a lot of people such little amounts that was nothing for him to pay off, but was important to these people. I'm angry that while he was alive, he never lived comfortably. Instead, he kept saving every penny and lived like a beggar. He was waiting to have a lavish 50th birthday celebration next year, but now, that chapter is closed.
I knew he was rich, yet he was avoiding me. Well, it's a good thing he left enormous wealth for you and your children, isn't it?
Don't you get it? I wish I could give that up to have him today. Having him around is much more important than money. He spent his whole life toiling for money that he never spent.
I'm sorry for your loss. Please accept my condolences. Michael, you're now a big man. I hope you'll give me some of your profit, as my special advisor, right? You deserve it. But now that I've gotten this money, I'm anxious about getting more. So, maybe next time, I'll give you some. Right now, I'm thinking about how to save and invest. There's something about money. The more you have, the more you want to have. Save? Invest? I'm just coming from a friend's place who did exactly what you're planning. He had so much money, and instead of enjoying his hard work, he was saving up for a special occasion. But he recently lost his life, leaving all his estate behind. I'll advise you to spend the money when you can. You may never get another opportunity to enjoy it. That's correct. I should enjoy the fruit of my labor. Everyone around me keep getting wealthy except me. Yet our pastor said it's not an attack. What lesson can possibly emanate from my present financial state? Anyway, I'm alive, so I'll come out of this situation. Even though my family is constantly calling and asking for money, I'll give what I can, and leave the rest. On the other hand, I should visit Michael and find out about that business deal. Even if it takes borrowing from someone to invest in that. In a week or two, I'll get back my money with a huge profit and pay back. Abigail, is your husband Michael around? I want to discuss business with him.
My husband was arrested yesterday by the police, and was charged with 2 crimes. First, he was charged for involving in illegal business. Secondly, he went out, and got drunk and drove his car into someone's house, killing the occupants. I don't know why he kept the kind of friends that encouraged him to get involved in something illegal, despite knowing that it will not please God. And after he realized that money, he started drinking himself to stupor every day, claiming that his friend advised him to enjoy his wealth while he can. Now, all of that has landed him in trouble, and he'll be spending the rest of his life in jail. I wish he had listened to me. All of this wouldn't have happened.
He's in prison? Wow! I'm sorry. I'll quietly take my leave. Steve. How would you like to make 10 times what you're currently earning? I'll like that, sir. I'll be very excited to make that. All right. Our former manager moved to another company, and so the board has asked me to appoint a new manager. But we currently have a business proposal to move money to an offshore account through this company. The person asking to make this movement is a top personality in the country, so his identity has been kept hidden. If we can help him move this money without a trace of it, he'll invest heavily into our company. We're unable to do this yet because the manager will have to sign the different documents involved. When you complete this transaction, you'll take 20% of the amount realized, while the company gets 80%. Can you do it, sir? I'll think about it, and get back to you. Today is the day. In a few hours, I'll be facing the board to inform them if I'll do their bidding to become the manager, or if I'll maintain my integrity. This is what I've always wanted, right? An opportunity to amass wealth. I should do the right thing today. Good morning. I have carefully considered your offer. And to be honest, if you made this offer to me some months ago, I would have agreed to do your bidding. But recently, I have learned some hard lessons about money. One is, no matter how little or how huge my wealth is, one day, I'll leave it all behind. Secondly, the means through which I make money matters. So, I've decided that whatever I do, my source of wealth must be pleasing to God. I used to think that the end justifies the means, but now I know the means is as important as the end. All I am trying to say is that I can no longer be moved or controlled by money. Therefore, I will not accept the offer. My conscience will not permit me to do otherwise. Thank you for listening. Steve, we were all disappointed with you today. We thought you'd accept our offer and help the company make more money. I was told to appoint someone else. But on a second thought, we decided that your type is exactly what this company needs. We need someone who has overcome the greed that money brings. A person who can stand firm and do the right thing when no one is watching. You may have given away the opportunity to earn a sum in pure money, but it's for the good and integrity of our company. So we agree with you. On that note, we are making you the manager. This position comes with an official car, a home, and a 200% increase in salary. Your integrity has earned you this feat. Congratulations. What? Thank you, sir. Pastor, Please forgive me for speaking rudely to you the last time I was here. I was talking out of ignorance. After what had happened recently, it became clearer what you were talking about. Indeed, God was silent to my prayers, because He wanted to do His work in me. There was a need to prune my heart and remove the weed that has been planted by the enemy. I was willing to go to any length to get rich, thinking that it didn't matter how I make the money. But with the recent turn of events that I've witnessed lately, it has become clearer that money shouldn't be my target. I've come to understand why the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Now that I've learned these lessons and had a change of heart, God has blessed me and given me more than I asked.
Congratulations, Steve. I'm happy that you've gotten this understanding. It's good that you opened up yourself to be taught by God. This is something very important that we must all note. Sometimes God is silent to your request because He's still working on your heart and is trying to teach you something more important than what you're asking. It might be that when you receive what you're praying for, it'll make you to go astray. You need discernment to know what to do when waiting on God. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification to be informed whenever we upload a new video. Also like, share, and comment on this video. Thanks for watching. We're grateful for your constant support. See you in the next one. God bless you.